Stocks. Stocks are important to any corporation. There are many different types of stocks. Today, what? This isn't a presentation about stocks? Oh. This is my public speaking final? Oh. Sorry, finals week can get your brain all jumbled up. But you guys have a whole semester before final week, so you don't have to worry about anything. But right now, I bet you're worried about, how am I going to pass public speaking? And it's a very good question to ask, because public speaking is a very important skill to have, so you need to know how to give a speech correctly. Public speaking can happen anywhere, in your career, in your everyday lives, hanging out with your friends. So you need to know some tips and tricks on how to give a speech correctly. So today I'm going to tell you some tricks of how to give a speech correctly from your eyes, your hands, and your feet. Eye contact is very important to have while giving your speech. According to the USC Upstate Public Speaking Textbook 2013, strong eye contact can help you build a relationship with your audience. I know the thought of direct eye contact can be a little bit scary, so here's some tips to help you out. If direct eye contact can make you feel a bit apprehensive, try looking slightly above or slightly below the eyes, so the forehead or nose region. It'll make it seem like you're making direct eye contact, but when in actuality you're really not. As for looking at every person once, split the room up into sections and periodically switch sections, and every time you come to that section, look at a different person. By the end of your speech, you'll look at every person at least once. Eye contact is one part of the speech that makes people feel important and is not distracting. One aspect of your speech that could potentially be distracting is your hands. And what does every college student who's taking public speaking have in their hands? That's right, note cards. Yay! Note cards can be very distracting though. Some people will read their entire speech from their note card. I am reading this entire speech from my note card and looking up about every other word to make it seem like I'm making eye contact. Some people will have 3 and 4 note cards and will constantly keep flipping back and forth. Oh no, I lost my place where it's gotta be in one of these things. Oh, here it is. My next point is going to be, these tendencies can be very distracting. Now, I'm not saying not to use a note card, unless you can, because if you can, totally do that. It's really awesome. But some people use a note card as a security blanket. So here are Julie's tips on using a note card. First, split up each of your points into keywords. So put about 1 keyword on each point you're about to give to help cue you in into what is coming next. So when you're finished, your note card will look like this. Also, you can use your note card to help cue you in on the organization of your speech. So put AGD, thesis, preview, point 1, point 2, point 3, thesis, review, clincher. So that way if you're wondering what point is next, you can just look in your note card and your brain can go, oh yeah, the restatement of the thesis is next. And then you can go on from there. So when you're finished with that, your note card will look like this. Note cards can be very distracting, but if used correctly, can help out your speech a lot. Speaking of distracting elements, another part of your body that can be very distracting are your feet. Many people take out their nerves with their feet. Some people will do the cross. Some people will try to be a ballerina. Or my all-time favorite, The Rock. When giving your speech, it's really important to have good posture. And I know it's really hard to think about what your feet are doing while you're trying to give a speech. So here are some tips and tricks on how to keep your feet still while giving your speech. It's very important to keep your weight evenly distributed throughout your whole speech. So try to put your weight in the middle of your foot so you won't rock to your toes or your heels. If it's weighted right in the middle, you're not going to go anywhere. Another tip is to scrunch your toes while giving your speech. If you're wearing closed-toed shoes, it's not as noticeable as if you're wearing like flip-flops, but it'll help you from not rocking. And this is kind of hard to give if you're walking while you're giving your speech, but so that's one tip that'll help you there. If you're distracting with your feet, people will look at your feet and not what you're giving your speech out to. Public speaking can happen at any time and anywhere, and it's really important that you know how to deliver a speech well. So today I've told you some tips and tricks on how to give your speech well, from your eyes to your hands to your feet. So now when final weeks come around, you will be prepared to give your final speech because you used my helpful hints.